As in previous class, we have discussed about calculation of the losses of the pre-stress that is pertaining to the elastic deformation losses. Now you shall calculate the losses related to the friction. It is loss due to friction and losses due to anchorage slip. In the last class, we have discussed about the different parameters governing the cable profiles, that is alpha, theta, and x values. If the jacking end is from one end, if the jacking end is from both the ends, what will be the value of theta, alpha, and x distance we have calculated. That is for the parabolic cable profile as well as linearly bent cable. Now in this class, we shall discuss some of the parameters that will related to the frictional losses and anchorage slip losses. Now, first we shall take up the circular cable profile. Say this is a PSC beam. Now what you are saying, it is a PSC beam. The length of the beam is L. The length of the beam is L. Say it is subjected to a circular cable profile. The cables passed in this beam are of circular in nature. Now, say R is the radius of the circular cable. Say it will be like this. By using basic trigonometric concepts, we can identify the different parts, that is parts of this triangle. Say for my convenience, I will call this triangle as OAB. Now you are seeing the triangle OAB. Say O is the center of the circle. From A to C, we can observe the variation of the circular cable. So this is the A to C is the location of the circular cable in the duct in case of the beams, that is pre-stressed beams. Now consider this triangle OAB. We can define the sine theta, that is the trigonometric function sine theta, as sine theta means opposite by hypotenuse side. Now theta is here, that is at the O. Now, if I want to define sine theta means opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side will be this AB side. AB means half of the span. You can see AB is equal to half of the span. It is L by 2 opposite side divided by hypotenuse of the triangle. What is the hypotenuse side of the triangle? It will be the radius. It is the radius. Hence, we are going to write sine theta is equal to L by 2 divided by R. So, this is one concept. Now, I will going to consider this triangle OAB and I will going to apply the Pythagoras theorem. I will going to apply the Pythagoras theorem to this triangle OAB. That is square of the hypotenuse is equal to square of the adjacent plus opposite side. That is R square. That is the hypotenuse side. R square is equal to L by 2 square plus this length will be equal to R minus E, because from O to D, say at the midspan, this point I will going to mark it as D. From O to D, it will be the radius, but from B to D, it is the eccentricity of the cable. Hence, this OB side will be equal to R minus E. Hence, applying the Pythagoras theorem, we have this expression, that is R square is equal to L by 2 square plus R minus E whole square. So, these equations are important while dealing with the circular cable profile, because once we need to know the radius of the circular cable means we need to solve this expression. By solving these expressions, we can calculate the radius of the curvature. Once the radius is known, we can calculate the inclination of the cable. Once the inclination is known, we can substitute the theta and alpha values in frictional equation, that is losses in friction, so that frictional losses due to circular cable profile can be easily found. That is about the introduction part. For parabolic cable and for the linearly bent cable, we have seen in the previous class. Say this is about the circular cable, only about the circular cable. So these are the basic concepts. With these basic concepts, we shall solve some of the problems related to the friction, that is friction and anchorage slip. I shall take up the problem. A concrete beam of span 10 meter is force tensioned by a cable with a stress of 1200 Newton per mm square from one end. From one end it is tensioning. Cable is concentric at the support and has an eccentricity of 100 mm at the center. If I consider the cable, it is concentric at the supports and it is having a eccentricity of 100 mm at the center of the span. Coefficient of friction due to curvature effect is 0.6, 0.6 or 0.6. It is mu. Mu value it is given in the data. And the friction coefficient for the wobble effect is 0.003 per meter. Always this K value should be expressed in per meter. Hence it is given 0.003 per meter. Compute the loss of the stresses due to friction in the tendons, assuming the cable to have circular profile and parabolic profile. So this is the given problem. He has given the stress in the cable, he has told the eccentricity at the mid-span and eccentricity at the supports, and also he has given the mu and K values. But he has told to calculate the loss due to friction, assuming the cable is to be circular profile, and in the second case we need to assume the cable is to be of the parabolic profile. ಅಂದ್ರೆ eccentricity at the midspan ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ 100 mm ಇದೆ, at the supports it is concentric, hence eccentricity at the support is 0. For the first case we have to assume this cable profile as circular. Assuming the cable profile as circular one, we need to calculate the losses due to friction. In the second case we need to assume the cable profile as the parabolic one, then we need to find out the losses due to friction. That is the given problem. With this, I will go into the solution. First, I will take the cable profile as the circular one. We have the basic equation, that is loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. In the data, he has given mu, coefficient of friction between duct and the cable is 0.5, and the wobble effect, it is 0.003 per meter. Mu and K are given. For a circular cable, if the jacking is from one end, x is equal to L. Length of the beam is 10 meter and x is equal to L is equal to 10 meter. Alpha is equal to 2 theta. But we don't know the value of theta. We need to find out the value of theta. Yes, in the above step, we have derived an equation. That is applying the Pythagoras theorem. We know that r square is equal to L by 2 square plus r minus E whole square. By applying the Pythagoras theorem for the circular cable, we obtained this expression, that is r square is equal to L by 2 square plus r minus E whole square, where r is the radius of the cable, L is length of the beam, and E is the eccentricity of the cable at the midspan. E is very important here. E is the eccentricity of the cable at the midspan. Now substituting, we know the value of L here. Length of the beam is 10 meter and eccentricity is 100 mm at the midspan. That is 0.1 meter at the midspan. Substituting in this equation, the unknown will be R. Here the parameters are 3, that is R, L and eccentricity. R is unknown, L is known and eccentricity is known. One equation, one unknown. We can easily find out the unknown value here. Now substituting in this equation, R square is equal to L by 2. L is 10 meter, 10 divided by 2 whole square plus R minus E whole square. R A minus B whole square. It is in the form of A minus B whole square. On simplification, it is A square plus B square minus 2AB. In the same way, A square means R square plus B square means E square minus 2AB means minus 2RE. 2 into R into eccentricity. Again, on simplification, R square is equal to 10 by 2 means 5. 5 square plus r square plus eccentricity is 0.1, hence it is 0.1 square minus 2 into, again r is unknown, r into 0.1, eccentricity is 100 mm. Since we are substituting all the values in terms of meter, hence has taken eccentricity as 0.1 meter. Yes, on simplification, at the left hand side we have r square and RHS we have r square. It will get cancelled. We left out with 0 is equal to pi square plus 0.1 square minus 2 into r into 0.1. On simplification, we get radius of the circular cable as 125.05 meter. So this is very important. Radius of the cable is 125.05 meter. Once the radius is known, we have the other equation, sin theta from the triangle OAB. Sin theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse 1. Opposite means half of the span, L by 2, divided by radius of the circular cable profile. Now sin theta is equal to L by 2, span divided by 2, 10 divided by 2. Radius we have calculated in the previous step. It is 125.05 meter. On simplification, we got it as 0.04. That is sin theta is equal to 0.04. Sin theta is 0.04. Now we can calculate the value of theta. Now theta will be equal to applying sin inverse on both sides. Sin theta is equal to 0.01. Sin inverse of sin theta is equal to sin inverse of 0.04. On LHS, sin inverse and sin will be get cancelled. On RHS, it will be sin inverse of 0.04. Using calculator, we can easily calculate the sin inverse of 0.04. Now theta is equal to sin inverse of 0.04. It is 2.27 degrees. Theta is equal to 2.27 degrees. While substituting in the equation, we need to convert this theta value to the radians. Hence, we need to multiply it with pi divided by 180. If we want to convert degree to radian, means we need to multiply it by pi by 180. If you want to convert from radians to degree, means we need to multiply it by 180 divided by 5. Say the reciprocal of this value. So this is about the theta. Now the theta value will be 0.04 radians. Once the theta is known, we can calculate the alpha. Alpha is equal to 2 times the theta, which is equal to 2 times 0.04, which is equal to 0.08 radians. Now substituting in that equation, Px is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. That is, Px means loss. Px is equal to P naught. At the jacking end, the stress is 1200 Newton per mm square. 1200 into mu alpha. Mu is coefficient of friction. It is given in the data, 0.5 into alpha. Alpha, the angle, it is 0.08 radians, 0.08 plus K into X, wobble coefficient factor, that is 0.003 per meter into 10. Here it is per meter. Hence I have substituted the length of the beam in meter, so that the final value loss will be in terms of Newton per millimeter square. Suppose if this value is per 1000 millimeter, then we need to substitute this length of the beam in terms of millimeter, so that the unit will be same here. Whatever may be the wobble coefficient factor, in the same unit we need to express the length of the beam, so that the units will be in same quantity. Units will be same. Now the loss due to friction, if the cable is circular, means the loss will be equal to 84 Newton per millimeter square. So this is about the first condition. If the circular cable is provided in the beam, then the loss due to friction will be equal to 84 Newton per millimeter square. Now in the second case, it is of the parabolic profile. Suppose the cable what you have provided, it is of parabolic in nature, then we need to calculate theta and alpha. For calculation of theta, we have this expression. For parabolic cable, we have this expression. Theta is equal to 4E divided by L. 4 into E is the rise of the parabola and L is the length of the beam. Now 4 into eccentricity, that is rise of the paraboloid is 100 mm, hence 0.1 meter, 0.1 divided by 10. Here also, if you want to express rise of the parabola in millimeter means you need to express the length also in terms of millimeter. Suppose we are expressing the rise of cable in terms of meter means in the same way we need to express the length of the beam in meter. That one we need to concentrate. Now the theta will be is equal to 0.04 radians. Now alpha for parabolic end jacking from one end, alpha is equal to 2 theta. If the jacking is from both the ends, then alpha will be equal to theta. Since the jacking is from only single end, hence in this condition alpha is equal to 2 theta, 2 times 0.04, which is equal to 0.08 radians. Compare with the previous one, alpha is same, x is same, and also theta is same. Now we are expressing in the same equation, then we are going to get the same value of the loss, that is loss is equal to 84 Newton per mm square. From this problem, we can note that the loss of stress due to friction is same for parabolic and circular cable. So this conclusion for this problem, we can. Is there any doubt in this problem? Any doubt in this problem? Any doubt in this problem? Yeah, doubt is in a problem only.
No, sir.
Shall I proceed with the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll go with the next problem. In a post-tension beam of length 12 meter, a cable is laid symmetrically with its center 6 meter length horizontal and two straight end portions sloping up at an angle with horizontal whose tangent is equal to 0.075. The cable is tensioned by jacking at one end and it is anchored at the remote end of the beam. At the jacking end, the measured stress is 1040 Newton per mm square. The overall coefficient of friction, that is K, may be assumed as 0.004 per meter. Calculate the stress in the cable at the remote end and the 2 points where the alignment of the cable changes. Assuming the coefficient of friction between cable and the duct as 0.4, what is the percentage loss of the free stress between jacking end and anchored end? Say this is the given problem. Okay, the beam, the length of the beam is 12 meter. Center 6 meter span, it is the cable is laid horizontally, means it is straight. Central span 6 meter means from the center of the span about the left end 3 meter and about the right end 3 meter. Therefore, the central 6 meter is horizontal. The central 6 meter cable is horizontal. Now I can mark it here. From B to C, the central 6 meter is horizontal. So central portion is 6 meter. From B to A and from C to D, it is linearly bent. Means the cables are linearly varying. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಿಕ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವೇರಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ? Linearly it is varying. Since it is linearly varying from B to A from C to D, that is the remaining 1/3 of the portions, 3 meter and 3 meter. From B to A, the horizontal distance will be 3 meter. From C to D, the horizontal distance will be 3 meter. Say A is the tensioning end or anchoring end and D is the fixed end. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಕರೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಟೆನ್ಷನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಸೈಡ್. ದಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Now we need to calculate the loss in the cable at the remote end. Say at the jacking end the stress is 1040. The measured stress at the jacking end is 1040 Newton per mm square. At the jacking end 1040 Newton per mm square ಇದೆ. ಅದೇ ಡಿ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಎ ಇಂದ ಡಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಸಬ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So that we can easily calculate the stress at D point. And also he has told to calculate the stresses, that is losses in the cable, where the cable profile will going to change. Means at the B point and at C point, we need to calculate the loss due to friction. First, I will going to consider the portion AB. AB portion of the we'll have the frictional loss equation, that is loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. This equation remains same for all the cable profiles. From A to B, the equation same. From B to C, equation same. From C to D, equation same. The only thing it will going to change is P naught value, alpha value, and X value. Mu and K remains constant for all the portion. For portion AB, mu is same, K is same. When compared with the portion BC and CD, mu ಮತ್ತು K values same ಇರುತ್ತೆ for all the portion. That is for portion AB, portion BC, and portion CD. What the things will going to change is P naught and alpha and also X. Because if I consider the portion AB, this X distance will be equal to 3 meters. In the same way, if I consider the portion BC, this X distance will be equal to 6 meters. If I consider the portion CD, this X distance will be equal to again 3 meters. Hence, these parameter will going to change P naught. Now, how the P naught will going to change? If I consider the portion AB, P naught means at the initial end, it will be 1040 Newton per mm square. For portion AB, it is 1040 Newton per mm square. If I consider the portion BC, then we need to subtract the losses here, subtract the frictional losses. Then that value will become the P naught value at B. In C, again we need to subtract the frictional losses in the portion BC. Then that value will be P naught at C portion. This is about the general information. Now I shall take up the problem. First consider the portion AB. We have the equation loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. Now alpha is equal to, say it is linearly varying, that is theta A plus theta B. Theta B is 0. Theta A is the tangent value of 0.075 and the problem only mentioned ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Hence, this theta A is equal to 0.075. Theta B, here the cable is straight. There is no inclination of the cable at B point with the horizontal. Hence, this theta B is equal to 0. Now the alpha value is theta A plus theta B. 0.075 plus 0, which is equal to 0.075. Theta calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Theta ಇದ್ದ alpha ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. Alpha ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ K ಮತ್ತೆ mu value ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. K is 0.004 per meter and mu is 0.4 meter. For portion AB, X distance will be equal to 3 meter. X distance will be equal to 3 meter. Now, substituting in this expression, loss is equal to P naught is 1040, that is for portion AB only. Keep it in mind. P naught means at the starting point, the loss is 1040 into mu into alpha, mu 0.4, alpha 0.075 plus K into X. K is 0.004 per meter and span is 3 meter. That is portion AB. Now the loss will be 43.68 Newton per mm square. Say I am doing the tensioning at one end, fixing at the other end. Due to frictional losses, from A to B, the loss will be equal to 43.68 Newton per mm square. ಅಂದರೆ A ಹತ್ರ 1040 Newton per mm square ಇದೆ. ಅದು B ಬರೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ 43.68 Newton per mm square ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ due to friction. Now the stress at B will be equal to 1040 minus frictional losses. It is 43.6 will be 996.32 Newton per mm square. A ಹತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು 1040 Newton per mm square ಇದೆ. ಅದು B ಬರೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ 996.32 Newton per mm square. Say the stress at B overcoming the losses due to friction is 996.32 Newton per mm square. Now it will become the initial stress for the next portion. Now I will going to consider the portion BC. For portion BC, this stress will be, initial stress will be PB here. We consider this expression, loss is equal to PB into mu alpha plus Kx. Now for portion BC, alpha is equal to theta B plus theta C. Here there will be horizontal portion, means no inclination of the cable with the horizontal. Means the inclination of the cable with the horizontal is 0. Means theta B and theta C is equal to 0. If theta B and theta C are 0, then obviously alpha is equal to addition of these two, it will be 0. Now x, BC portion span is to the 6 meter, means we need to take 6 meter. The loss is equal to 996.32. This will be the initial at B point, 996.32 mu alpha plus Kx for portion BC. It will be 23.91 Newton per mm square. D ಹತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು 996.32. ಸಿ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 23.91 Newton per mm square loss ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then what is the final value of stress at C overcoming the frictional losses, means 996.32 minus 23.91 Newton per mm square. Now the stress at C is equal to 972.41 Newton per mm square. Now this stress value will become the initial stress value for the remaining portion. Remaining portion ಯಾವುದಿದೆ CD portion ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ P naught value ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, this is the value 972.41. Now we are going to consider the portion CD. Expression remains the same. Loss is equal to PE into mu alpha plus Kx. PC into mu alpha plus Kx. PC ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 972.41 Newton per mm square. Alpha theta C plus theta D. Theta C ಏನಿದೆ 0 ಇದೆ. Theta D again it is bent with a tangent of the angle 0.075. Tangent means it will be the final value. Hence alpha is equal to 0.075. Remaining portion x is equal to 3 meter. Now the loss is equal to 972.41 into mu alpha plus Kx. The loss will be 40.84 Newton per mm square. ಅಂದ್ರೆ C ಇಂದ D ಬರೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 40.84 Newton per mm square ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Now the stress at the final end, that is at point D, is we need to subtract this value from 972.41 minus 40.84. Now the final stress at point D overcoming the frictional losses is 931.57 Newton per mm square. At the starting end it is 1040. At the final end or at the far end it is 931.57. Hence the total loss will be the subtraction of this value from the initial value, 1040 minus 931.57. It will be 108.43 Newton per mm square. Say if you provide a cable like this, at the starting end or at the jacking end the stress is 1040 Newton per mm square. When it comes to the final end, that is at D, it will be around 931.57 Newton per mm square. Hangare ಎಷ್ಟು percent loss ಆಯಿತು? The total loss is 108.43 Newton per mm square. Total loss divided by initial stress into 100, that will be the percentage. Hence, when compared with the initial stress, there will be loss of 10.43% due to friction between the cable duct and the surrounding concrete. Cable duct and the steel. This is the solution for this problem. Means the problem ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವೇರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆಯಾ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Any doubt in this problem? Any doubt in this problem?
No, sir.
Yes. Shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I shall take it the next problem. A concrete beam AB of 20 meters span is force tensioned by a cable carrying a stress of 1000 Newton per mm square at the jogging end. At the jogging end, the stress is 1000 Newton per mm square. The cable is parabolic between the supports A and B and concentric at the support with an eccentricity of 400 mm at the center span. At the extreme end it is concentric and at the midspan the eccentricity is 400 mm. The coefficient of friction between the duct and the cable is 0.35, means mu value is 0.35. Friction coefficient for wave effect is 0.15 for 100 meter. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೆಷ್ಟಿದೆ 0.15 ಫಾರ್ 100 ಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 0.15 ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ 100 ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪರ್ ಮೀಟರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಕೋಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ವೇವ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್. Calculate the stress in steel allowing for losses due to friction and wave effect at the following points. That is, assuming jacking and A and compute the effective stress at B. If the cable is tended from both the ends, that is A and B, calculate the minimum stress after losses in the cable and its location. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಿಕ್ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್, ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ದ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಎಂಡ್, ದ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ ಎಂಡ್, ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೂ ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ದ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ಸ್ಪಾನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿ. 20 ಮೀಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 10 ಮೀಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಶಾಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಎಂಡ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕೇಸ್. Wobble coefficient factor, it is given 0.15 for 100 meter, but we need wobble effect per meter, hence 0.15 divided by 100, it will be 0.0015 per meter. Coefficient of friction mu is equal to 0.35. We have the basic equation, loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. P naught is the stress at the jacking end. Stress at the jacking end is 1000 Newton per mm square into mu alpha. Mu is 0.35. Alpha we need to calculate. Alpha for the jacking end is from one end, means alpha is equal to 2 theta. For parabolic cable, theta is equal to 4e by L. 4 into dip of the cable, it is 400 mm, 0.4 divided by L will be equal to complete 20 meter. It is 0.08 radians. Now, if the jacking is from one end, x is equal to L, x is equal to 20 meter. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Loss is equal to 1000 into mu into alpha, 0.35 into 0.16 plus K into x. X will be equal to L because the jacking is from one end in the first case. Now on simplification, we got the frictional losses as 86 Newton per mm square. Means at the jacking end it is 1000 Newton per mm square, but when you come to the end B, the loss will be 86 Newton per mm square. If you subtract the losses in 1000, then we are going to get the stress at the far end, that is P naught minus loss. 1000 minus 86 is equal to 914 Newton per mm square. So this is assuming the cable is parabolic and the jacking is at the one end. Second case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will be jacking at the both the ends. ಎರಡೂ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಎರಡೂ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, just this value changes. Alpha will be equal to theta and x is equal to L by 2. Alpha is equal to theta and x is equal to L by 2. We need to substitute in this expression. It is, consider the expression If the cable is tensioned simultaneously from both ends E and B, minimum stresses will occur at the center of the span, that is C. Now, if the jacking is from both ends, theta is equal to same formula 4E by L, 4 into 0.4 divided by L is 20. Now the theta is 0.08 radians. Now alpha will be equal to theta. If the jacking is from single end, alpha is equal to 2 theta. If the jacking is from both the ends, alpha is equal to theta, that is 0.08 radians. X is equal to L by 2, which is equal to 20 by 2, which is equal to 10 meter. Now we need to substitute this theta, alpha, x value in this expression. Loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. Mu 0.35 alpha K into x. The loss is 43 Newton per mm square. ಅಂದರೆ ಜಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬೋತ್ ಎಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ 1000 ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಪಾನಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 43 ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ ಪರ್ ಎಮ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. 1000 ಮೈನಸ್ 43, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 957 Newton per mm square at the point C, that is at mid span. This is about the solution for this problem. Any doubt in this problem? If the jacking is from one end and both the ends, any doubt in this problem? Do you feel? No doubts.
No, sir.
No doubts, huh? Shall I proceed further? Yes. Now I shall take up this problem. Next problem. A post-tension concrete beam with a cable of two numbers of parallel wires, area 200 mm square, is tensioned with two wires at a time. If the wires are tensioned at a time, then there will be no elastic deformation losses in case of the post-tension member. The cable with zero eccentricity at the end and 150 mm at the center is in a circular curve. Circular cable profile ಇದೆ. The span of the beam is 10 meter, the cross section is 200 wide and 450 deep. The wires are stressed from one end to a value of F1. I repeat, the wires are stressed from one end to a value of F1 to overcome the frictional losses, and then reached the value of F2, so that immediately after anchoring, an initial free stress of 840 Newton per mm square will be obtained. Compute F1 and F2 and final stresses in the steel after all losses. Data given is coefficient of friction mu is 0.6, K is 0.003 per meter, anchorage slip delta is equal to 1.25 meter, 1.25 mm. Sinking strain of concrete is 0.0002. Relaxation is 3% of the initial stress. So these are the given data. Here we had made two important statements. That is, I repeat, the wires are stressed from one end to a value of F1 to overcome the frictional losses, and then reached a final value of F2, so that immediately after anchoring, an initial free stress of 840 Newton per mm square would be obtained. ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ, F1 ಮತ್ತು F2, and also he is suggesting the conditions. From that statements we can make these two statements. It is F1 minus loss due to friction is F2. Loss due to friction ಆಗೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ F2 ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ we will going to tie the tension cables. It is the stress in the cable is 840 Newton per mm square. That is F2 minus loss due to angular slip is equal to 840 Newton per mm square. From the given data, we need to write these two statements. To overcome the value of frictional losses, F1 reached a value of F2. ಅಂದರೆ F1 ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಗಿ F2 ರೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಟೈಯಿಂಗ್, ಆ ಟೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಕರೇಜ್ ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದ ಆಂಕರೇಜ್ ಲಾಸಸ್. F2 minus anchorage losses is equal to 840 Newton per mm square. Now we need to solve these two equations because we need to compute F1 and F2. F1 ಮತ್ತು F2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ? Shall I take first expression, that is F1 minus last due to friction is F2. I can calculate the loss due to friction, but F1 and F2, both the quantities remains unknown. One equation, two unknowns. I cannot find out F1 values here, F1 and F2. Hence, first I will going to consider the second equation. F2 minus loss due to anchorage slip, which is equal to 840 Newton per mm square. Here F2 and anchorage slips losses is unknown. I can calculate the loss due to anchorage slip here. Anchorage slip losses na illi easy find out ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ? We have the expression loss due to anchorage is equal to delta into Young's modulus of the steel divided by length of the beam. Anchorage slip, it is given as 1.25 mm. 1.25 into Young's modulus of the steel, it is 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square divided by length of the beam in terms of millimeter. 10 meter means 10,000 millimeter. 10,000, 10 into 10 raised to 3. Now the loss due to anchorage slip is equal to 25 Newton per mm square. Now I got this value, loss due to anchorage slip ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 25 Newton per mm square. Now I can easily calculate F2 value. F2 is equal to 840. If I move this value to the RHS, it will be plus loss due to anchorage slip. F2 is equal to 840 plus loss due to anchorage slip. That is F2 minus 25 is equal to 840. Now F2 is equal to 840 plus 25, it is 865 Newton per mm square. F2 is equal to 865 Newton per mm square. ಇಲ್ಲಿ F2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? F1. F1 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು? Again we need to know the loss due to friction. Friction losses na calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Friction losses na calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕೇಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ? ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ again we need to use the Pythagoras theorem to get basic triangle OAB as I told earlier. Hence, applying the Pythagoras theorem, r square is equal to L by 2 square plus r minus b whole square. M by 2 plus a minus b whole square, a square plus b square minus 2ab. On simplification, we get the radius of the circular curve as 83.41 meter. Once we know the radius, we can calculate the inclination of the cable with the horizontal. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side will be half of the span, L by 2, and hypotenuse will be radius of the circular cable. On simplification, we get theta value as 0.06. Sin theta is equal to 0.06. If I want to calculate theta means apply sin inverse on both the sides. Sin inverse and sin, LHS theta will be remaining, and on the RHS sin inverse of 0.06, it is 3.44. So this value 3.44 will be in terms of degrees. Degree alli irutte. Adna radian ni convert ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. If I want to convert that to radian means it should be multiplied by pi divided by 180. It will be 0.06 radians. Now it is jacking this from one end. Alpha will be equal to 2 theta. 2 times 0.06, which is at 12.12 radians. Now I will consider the frictional loss equation. Loss is equal to P naught into mu alpha plus Kx. Loss is equal to P naught, that is initial stress, it is F1. I am going to write it as F1 here because F1 is unknown. I am calculating that F1 only. Loss is equal to F1 into 0.6. Mu is 0.6, alpha 0.12, K 0.003 into X 10 meter. Now I will going to use this expression in the final equation because we have F1 minus loss due to friction is equal to F2. How to calculate F1 means F2 plus loss due to friction is F2 is equal to F1 minus losses. Okay, F1 is equal to, on simplification of this equation, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ F2 865 ಇದೆ, F1 minus frictional losses. ಈ equation simplify ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ F1 into 0.102 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. If you again simplify, F1 will be equal to 963.25 Newton per mm square. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಟರ್ಮ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 0.102 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Loss, frictional losses will be equal to 0.102 into F1. 0.102 into F1. Now we have the equation F2 is equal to F1 minus frictional losses. F1 minus frictional losses is, it is not the final value, it is in terms of F1 is F1 into 0.102. Simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗಿಬೋದಲ್ಲಿ F1 into 1 minus 0.102. Hence on simplification we get F1 is equal to 963.25 Newton per meter. This is the F1 value. If you know the F1 value, you can calculate the loss due to friction. This F1 value multiplied by 0.102, that is the frictional losses. This you can easily calculate. Now you can also calculate the loss due to shrinkage strain of proton rate multiplied by Young's modulus of the steel. 0.0002 into 2 into 10 raised to 5. It is 14 Newton per mm square. Relaxation 3% of the initial stress. Initial ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ? Now the initial means F1 here. F1 is 963.25 into 3%. 3 divided by 100, it is 0.03 into 963.25. 28.9 Newton per mm square. These are the losses due to shrinkage and relaxation. This is about the solution. Elastic deformation na calculate ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? It is a post tension member and there are two cables and these two cables are tensioned simultaneously. If two cables are tensioned simultaneously, you are not able to calculate the elastic deformation losses in case of post tension member. This is about the solution for this problem. Any doubts in this problem? ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಾನು? Up to 7th problem. Is there any doubts in 7th problem? ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಾನು?
No, sir.
Shall I proceed or shall I take it in the next class?
Sir, next class.
Okay. I'm going to end up the class. If you find any doubts while solving the problems, means you can directly contact me.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you for attending class.
Thank you.